welcome back to RC Icons. So in this video, temporary studio. So it is July/August and my parents are in town and they use my studio. It's our spare bedroom. The room is massive, so it works out good that I can have a studio up there and it doesn't affect the bedroom part of it, but when they're here, it's kind of like a guest suite. It's got its own bathroom and everything. Completely separated from the house, which is great for when I'm filming, but when they're here, I try not to film. And when you're putting out 2 videos a week, you have to have a lot in front to be able to do that. I mean, you're here 6 weeks, right? So that's 12 videos that need to be in queue before they hit the ground. And then I'm not filming that whole time those 12 videos are going out. So essentially, you have to have 16 or so done so that you have some for when they leave, because you're just getting back into filming. So long story short, I set up a temporary studio in the basement. This will be the new studio, part of this space. So this is maybe 25% of the new studio. And basically it's shelf lined on both sides. And I've got, you know, all of my cars down here that I plan on working on for Wednesday roundups while they're here. So RT5s, Tommy Intruder, TRF 201. There's a bunch of cars, a bunch of them. I've got the TRF 801, the 9E, the MP9E. My Losi is here, a ZX5, the RB5. So there's a pile of cars down here. Sand Viper kit, because I want to build that. There's a ton of cars that I'm surrounded by, and I basically brought my studio down as far as tools, glue, shock oil, all that stuff, so that I can still work. And I set up, now the lighting down here is awful. You're going to hear all kinds of stuff, like people walking, potentially a TV turning on. So as raw as my videos typically are, we're really getting raw now. So you can see my RC Icons banner in the back. I had that made for Australia, along with a ton of swag. So when I get to Australia, shirts, hats, all that kind of stuff is going with me. But the point of this video is not to talk your ear off about why I'm in the basement. It's to talk about this. So Jason, I always butcher his name, Bochnak. He's a subscriber. He's got his own channel. He's doing a Grand Hauler build. He's done a couple of F-150s. He's a great friend of mine. And he did me a body. And he did it in my colors. And it's super cool. So it just showed up. I want to unbox it on film so that you guys can see it. I do not have a chassis built for this, but I do have another kit ordered for the chassis. So I have this in a re-re and I have this in an original, but the re-re is spec'd to be used for something else. So I needed to order another one. So I've done that. It's actually coming in from RC Mart and pretty cheap, to be honest. I mean, everything's relative, but you know, in the States that kit is $400. But if you order it on RC Mart, even with air shipping, it works out to $340, I think, or $320. So it's, you know, it sucks because my local hobby shop actually has it, and but he's $410, and it's like I can, you know, I can save myself a pile of money by ordering overseas, which I never really like to do. I'd rather support a local shop, but money's money, so it kind of is what it is. So Jason worked like a dog on this thing. You know, he told me he was planning on doing it. He asked me if I wanted to see it along the way. I told him, yeah, you know, I'd love to see it as it's kind of happening. So it's not a surprise in that sense, but to be able to see it firsthand is absolutely awesome. And I'll kind of tell you the stories of his process. While we're opening it up. So just to give it away, he did me a sand scorcher body, right? Says, note on the top, says, hi Keith, hope you like it, mate. Jase, Mr. SRB, LOL. And he is Mr. SRB. He loves them. He's got a ton of them. I think he's got 2 Sand Scorchers, 2 F-150s, potentially Rough Rider, along with a ton of other cars. But yeah, he's just one of those guys that really takes his time and is an absolute perfectionist, which is great. I try to do that, but sometimes I just lose patience, and then I say it's good enough, and that's it. So this is the exhaust along with the hardware. He wrapped everything in microfiber towels for me. The shipping on this package was absolutely insane. I can't believe he spent that much money, but he sent it EMS, and I'm an EMS guy. I always send stuff EMS, but he didn't want it to have any issues with customs. So he sent it EMS, but I want to say the shipping alone was almost 200 US, or Australian, which is whatever, 125 US. I asked him if I could pay for it. He said absolutely not. He said this was supposed to be just something he wanted to do for me. And like I said, I can't thank him enough. When donations like this come in, whether it's a car or just a body set, I'm always humbled. Obviously, we're going to keep all those microfiber towels because that's killer to have. Boy, you sent me a pile. And we got the directions. I think the rest of it is packing peanuts, so we're going to ditch those because I absolutely hate them. So, are you ready? Let me get rid of the rest of the packing peanuts here. There's still more underneath it. So, I can tell you this. He picked the wrong time of the year to do this. Australia, has, at least in the Sydney area where the 2 Jasons are, has been absolutely pounded this winter for them with rain. So for him to put together like 3 or 4 days worth of painting took 3 or 4 weeks. I'm actually going to get up and bring it in front of you. Ready? Ta-da! So it's metallic orange and gunmetal. So my colors, my channel colors. There's one packing peanut up at the driver figure here. Let me see if I can get that out of there. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the lines. I mean, he literally just knocked it out of the park. Like, that is flawless paintwork. How many cans of orange do you think is on here? Because this burnt orange can be real translucent on hard bodies. How many cans do you think? Put it in the comments before I tell you. 8 cans of burnt orange. Not coats. 8 cans of burnt orange on this body set. Sorry, Jason. Absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, now you can see why I needed to get another chassis or another body, another kit. Because this absolutely needs to be on display. Look at it with my colors up there. Just absolutely sick. And then obviously we've got our exhaust that will be hanging out the back once it goes on a chassis. Now, I would have loved to have had a chassis built for this video, but I just don't have the time right now. I was just away for 2 weeks, and I'm about to leave again for another week on camping trips with my family. Caleb and I have a 5-day crawling session that we're about to go do, so you may see some videos coming up of us doing some crawling, which is different from what my usual content is. But it's still going to be absolutely awesome. So Jason, dude, you killed it. And like I said, I can't thank you enough. Even the driver figure, like you look at the detail in the driver. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, that's pretty unbelievable. pretty unbelievable. Boy, that orange looks good. It's just like, pew. The lighting down here sucks. I got like an LED work light to try to, because it's like a hole down here, right? So the lighting down here doesn't do it justice, but absolutely phenomenal. Wow. Yeah. So that's going to do it. I mean, it's kind of a short video. There's no bringing the camera over. There's no closing. Don't have that kind of space. And to be honest, like I brought it to you. So yeah, that's going to wrap this one up. Let Jason know in the comments what you think. If you don't, I'm going to link his channel in the description. So go check out his channel, because after this video airs, he's going to post some videos of him actually doing this body. So super cool. But yeah, go check out his channel, throw him a sub, tell him what you think in the comments of his paint work. I think it's absolutely awesome. You know, when he first did it, I was thinking to myself as he was doing it, maybe it should have been like the base color should have been gunmetal with the orange highlights like this, you know, reversed. But absolutely not. I love it this way, because the base is kind of gunmetal with the orange and yellow logo on top of it. So that's why I was thinking that, but I love the orange. First I was like, well, maybe it's going to be too much orange. Not at all. It's perfect. I wouldn't want it any other way, to be honest. Looks awesome. So yeah, let Jason know. I appreciate your support. If you're not already a subscriber of the channel, I'd ask you to consider subscribing to support us. Leave a comment. Let Jason know what you think. Thumbs up only on this video. Even if you think I suck, just for Jason's sake, throw a thumb up. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Thanks.